Y'all were saying we can go in there sagging bubble coats, jeans up our... And now, like I said, I'm confused because I was turned away from my outfit because they told me it did not...
Right there, you're fine for Ruth's Chris right now.
I need to know, was I being discriminated against and was this racism?
Black people, many black people, are choosing to include these behaviors as a part of their identity. When they say this discriminates against black people, what you're saying is that you can't be bothered to behave reasonably. This segment is going to be rough. Hold on. Mm-hmm. So, have you noticed how crappy everything is lately as far as quality control and customer service? Think movies, travel, food service, like hotels. People's general behavior, you're not alone. Customer satisfaction has been going down for years. It's currently at a 10-year low, and you can only blame COVID for so long. Some companies now are stepping up, taking it into their own hands, saying, hey, you know what? We need to have some reasonable restrictions and codes of conduct as far as expected behavior, like Ruth's Chris. And then people say it's racist. So I'm going to tell you what it is that they expect of their customers to try and improve this, because someone needs to make a change, and then I'm going to explain to you why people say it's racist, and you need to really try not to be racist.
Should I do it?
I'm gonna do it.
Some of them armed with guns.
I'm gonna be stealing like it ain't no tomorrow.
Sexual contact with an unresponsive man.
There will never be another one like him.
There never will be. Let's try. So Ruth's Chris. I hate the name. Good restaurant, but I hate the name. It's a terrible name.
Yeah.
So they have a new dress code. Here's, you have to go, okay, what would necessitate a new dress and I guess you could say behavioral code of conduct? Well, they then look at the list. You go, oh. So they switched it to business casual to elegant is the new dress code.
There you go.
Elegant.
And that means, just in case you think it's an insurmountable
No, it's not.
type of hurdle, nothing sleeveless, no offensive shirts, like no federal booby inspector.
Damn it.
Hats, ball caps, anything that's overly revealing as far as clothing. And they specifically outline clothing emitting marijuana odor.
Yeah, that doesn't go well with the wine odor.
No.
So, yeah, it screws everything up.
So let me ask you first, these seem reasonable. It's an expensive steakhouse. Now, a lot of people go, oh, why should they do? Well, look, if you don't like that, the Waffle House will take your order. But I also know that a lot of people who are middle class who are struggling, this is a nice night out and they want to go to a steakhouse and they don't want to be bothered by the riffraff. They have certain expectations and those expectations have been eroded. I think it's totally reasonable. It's a private business. And I don't think that these are incredibly difficult to meet these standards. Of course, many people think it's racism.
If them hood niggas want to come in there with their bubble coats and their hoods on, who the fuck cares, bro? It's niggas who want to dress up when they go out or whatever the case may be. But a hood nigga is a hood nigga. If he don't want to change his motherfucking clothes to go to this restaurant and that he's spending his money at, mind your motherfucking business.
So let me know what's going on here, because now I feel like I was discriminated against. Y'all were saying we can go in there sagging bubble coats, jeans up our... And now, like I said, I'm confused because I was turned away from my outfit because they told me it did not...
Right there, you're fine for Ruth's Chris right now.
I need to know, was I being discriminated against and was this racism? Let me know something, because y'all said there was no dress code.
Oh, well, that's a problem. That's a little bit different, isn't it?
Kind of like a hooker.
Yeah.
It's a little different.
Well, she does. Clip it.
I'm sorry, ma'am. No one wants to be seated next to the photo negative of Miss Piggy. So, look, I'm going to keep revisiting this. Either these are reasonable restrictions for a private business to implement to improve the customer experience for everybody. Sleeveless, no. Hats, no. If it's overly revealing, no. If you reek of weed or body odor, no. Either of these are all reasonable, or what we're seeing is black people, many black people, are choosing to include these behaviors as a part of their identity. When they say this discriminates against black people, what you're saying is that you can't be bothered to behave reasonably. You're actually justifying the reason that many people don't want to be seated at the table next to you. Do you understand? And you know what? When people say, hey, this discriminates against black people, I know that most of you who don't actually walk around as a racist, you go, well, why? Well, hey, maybe here's why.
I will pull up to Ruth Chris in some Nike sweats, slides, and a beater. The you talking about? Wrong. Came here to eat. I ain't come up in this to wear a tuxedo to eat a
It's not
steak.
about you.
How?
Oh, I guess I understand why. If you choose to identify with that behavior, you think that it discriminates against you. But it's not because you're black. It's because you're awful. It has nothing to do with race. We've actually been considering a similar policy here in this studio.
Way ahead of you, Stephen.
What the?
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know that I saw.
And I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I don't know
well,
that I
some
do.
people just wear blue T-shirts, but other people care about their work.
And to be clear, when I say it has nothing to do with race, I don't mean that. I mean it has nothing to do with melanin. I mean it has nothing to do with your genetics if you are offended at the idea of being respectful, not being obnoxious and loud, not disrupting people next to you, not being violent, putting on some deodorant. What I'm saying is if you find that an affront to your sensibilities, then Ruth Chris isn't for you.
There you go. That is the thing. And trust me, I've worked in the restaurant industry and the wine industry for a very long time. I don't do that really anymore, but man, this was a problem there. They don't tell you this, but when you come in, they size you up and go, that person is sitting in the back of the restaurant where nobody can see them. And it's not about white, black, Hispanic. It's like they came in off the streets with shorts and a T-shirt and everybody else has dinner jackets on.
Yeah.
Like we're not setting the kind of environment that people want to come and spend money to be in if that's what they're going to see. And it's like, hey, just do it. I've gone to places, they had a jacket rule. I had no idea. Didn't have a jacket. They were very nice. They went and got me a jacket. Nobody's going to be a jerk to you. But if you come in thinking you could just walk in flip-flops and your Nike sweats, go somewhere else.
Yeah.
It's totally fine. They don't want you there anyway.
By the way, I can't remember the last time that I ate at a Ruth's Chris, to be clear. So if you want to say elitism, no, they have the right to do it.
It's the low end of nice restaurants. I've done probably 100 wine dinners at those places.
Yeah.
And it's fine. It's good, but it's not high fine dining.
Not all things are for all people.
Yeah.
You don't need a march because you have to go to Texas Roadhouse instead, which, by the way, is also fine. I enjoy Texas Roadhouse if I go.
If you like to go everywhere wearing sleeveless shirts, tank tops, and smelling like weed, guess what? The cooks at Applebee's do too.
Yes,
Go
exactly
get you
right.
2 for 20.
They love you.
The next one, United Airlines.
Oh, I love this one.
Hey, anyone want to say that air travel has been more pleasant lately? We'll get to the TSA in a second. They now require headphones on all devices that emit sound. And if you don't, it could result in a permanent ban.
Yes.
I have had to deal with this.
I hate
personally.
this.
I had someone playing whatever it was, some handheld video game at full volume.
I think this should be a rule in society, not
Yes.
Delta Airlines.
But think of the entitlement. Hey, other people don't want to hear your thing.
Well, how will I know they're cool, though?
That's a good point.
If I can't hear their Tupac song, I won't know they like old school hip hop.
Well,
it's not that, Josh. It's them talking to their grandma.
If they're smoking a cigarette, you already know they're pretty cool.
Ah, well.
That's a good point.
So,
can't smoke on planes.
Hey, you guys got to put on headphones. Does that seem reasonable, guys? Does that seem reasonable? By the way, maybe this is why they implemented the rule.
I paid money for it and I played a video for 30 seconds at 50%.
How about no seconds?
And that's the reason you're kicking me off?
Yes.
Because I said that sounds like a you problem. You'll stop.
Because you...
Looks like a 747, which means it's a longer flight. People are trying to sleep.
Didn't accept that, and that sounds like a damn horror.
Yeah. Here's... I don't... Everyone hates you. Just to be clear. Everyone in your vicinity hates you. This person likely asked them, hey, could you mind turning it down? That sounds like a you problem.
Yeah.
Oh, guess what? Return volley, it just became a you problem. Enjoy the bus.
You said everybody hates you, including your husband, who's sitting right there.
I mean...
Like anybody's going to have sympathy for you? You're like the heckler at the comedy club. Nobody, shut up. Nobody wants you here.
Get off the plane.
But you live in a country where you have people where they can't even fathom that it's rude for someone else to be forced to listen to your crap. By the way, the same thing would apply if they're playing music that I like. I don't know if you know this. When I choose to play music, there's a play button that I press. I'm in charge of when it plays, not you blaring it at any moment you so choose. This was pretty commonly accepted as public decorum. Let's go to Carnival Cruise Lines. They have some new rules.
It's more difficult this way.
So these are specific. And of course, people say, oh, it's racist. They banned Bluetooth speakers. They have a 1 a.m. curfew on minors. They've increased marijuana enforcement. I'm noticing that as a trend. You always hear these people like, if you drink too much, you go and you beat your wife and you start a fight. You smoke weed, you sit on the couch and eat some Pringles. Or you blare music on your Bluetooth at the municipal pool as a 16-year-old at 2 or 3 a.m. It's not a miracle drug that just makes you friendly and likable to everyone. There are plenty of people I've met who are insufferable when they're out of their mind on weed. Not everybody, but some, just like some people can't hold their alcohol. However, regular exercise, Carnival Cruise is still encouraged.
Oh, I better back it up. World Star! World Star!
So, no Bluetooth speakers, 1 a.m. curfew on minors. And by the way, you can't just reek of weed and waft it around everyone else's cabin. Do these seem like reasonable restrictions? Again, customer satisfaction is at an all-time low across the board in the service industry. To me, these are baby steps. I'd like to see them go quite a bit further.
Yeah.
What do you think the reaction has been?
That's racist!
Exactly right.
Carnival has turned this into such a racially charged situation, and them not coming out to speak on it or like make a statement or anything. Oh, okay. A lot of their decisions they're making, like no rap music, no fans, no boots on the ground, it seems very racially motivated. I'm not gonna hold you.
Carnival Cruise Line does not like black people, and they don't want black people taking their cruises, okay?
Correct.
It started off with the speakers, telling people that they can't bring speakers no more. Why would you not want people to be able to bring speakers and listen to their own music?
We don't.
Because it's your own music, dumbass.
Yeah.
Headphones in.
It's not my own music. It's your own music.
You know how they threaten? Like, you do that, you ain't gonna have black people on your cruise.
Oh yeah, like that's what.
Oh no!
Carnival Cruise. Oh no! Don't boycott us.
Please,
Oh,
no.
what will we do? Shoot.
Basically, we got an announcement. Spirit Cruise Lines has just launched, so fill in the gap.
You know what's funny? She just described what headphones are.
Yes.
Why can't I bring a musical device that plays music for my own self?
Yes.
You can.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know if you...
People are so stupid. If I want to get in a fight by a pool, I'll do it at my house.
Like, think about this. Even people who used to break dance, like in the 80s, they do it on a corner. They, lay down a cardboard box. They weren't just going into your store, like, watch this, watch this. They weren't just doing it everywhere. People understood even back then, like, all right, this is a subculture. Headphones. Headphones. You waste a bunch of money on frivolities, I guarantee you have top-of-the-line headphones. I have no doubt about that. So, they say it's racist. Do they have a case? Well, maybe they looked at a lot of the videos and said, oh, well, Carnival is clearly implementing this policy because of this.
Hey! Oh, welcome to the motherfucking cruise. No, not me, man. Hold on. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. God damn.
I got a different one.
They ran out of steak in the buffet.
Good job, security. Somebody asked them if they could swim.
So this lady didn't have all the tickets she needed. She didn't pay for them.
Yeah, right, dude. Good luck.
Good luck. That's a back turnout. Throw her off the ship like that.
These
That'd
poor
be funny.
Jamaicans trying to bring. You know what, though? If you had a ticket for like a top deck, not a bad show to watch.
No, I get it.
You know?
Yeah, I understand that. But here's the thing. People will go, oh, the marginalized, oh, the disenfranchised. And you'll have someone take up this cause. When you scream victim, when it's fake, when you scream victim, you don't realize there are actual victims. I want you to think of something for a second. This person can be a black person. Just to be clear, since this black community who screams the loudest online, who we avoid like the plague, just to be clear. And it's your fault. Meaning the people in these videos, the people who behave that way and say this represents blackness. First off, I don't agree with you across the board. I think you're more accurate than many people care to admit. But I'm going to separate you from a working class black dad who uses up his vacation days and wants to take his family on a cruise because it's something he was never able to do, and he wants his children to have some experiences that he didn't. And he shows up and he has to deal with that. That's the actual victim. The guy who got a dog sitter. The guy who made sure that someone picked up his mail. The guy who told his kids that if they got their grades up, they'd be able to go on a cruise. And you know what? Sure, they can kick them off. You don't get that back. That's now the experience. Yeah. In many cases, the cruise, the dinner at Ruth's Chris, the flight is ruined. So now, all that's really taking place is a preemptive measure to enforce the regulations, the expectations that already existed but were completely denied and ignored out of a sense of entitlement. That's the issue. So it's a binary choice that you have to make as far as your judgment. Either these are very reasonable restrictions, not flip-flops, not tank tops, you can't smell like weed, for example, can't be showing your cooch at Ruth's Chris, or you can't bring in a boombox as a minor at 2 a.m., smoking weed on the deck. These are either reasonable restrictions for private businesses to improve what they want to be their customer base and their experience therein, or black people are choosing to include this as a part of their identity. When they say those restrictions, those are racist against us, you're saying that that's what you plan to do, meaning you feel entitled to be loud, to be invasive, to be inconsiderate, to be messy, to be disruptive, to be violent, and smelly.
Hold up. Wait a minute.
That wasn't necessary.
We're talking about the weed smell.
Yeah, I know. I meant.
Totally necessary. It was necessary.
Well, how would you react if I said, like, hey, by the way, just so you guys know, the law is you obviously can't rob somebody on the subway or you're going to go to jail. Well, that discriminates against us black people. I'm like, oh, you were planning on robbing someone at the subway.
Yes. Well,
right?
The mayor of Chicago actually just said this. I don't know if we can find the post. He said, you can't solve the violent crime problem by putting people in jail. That's racist. And I was like,
you can't solve
violent crime problem just by putting people in jail.
Want to bet?
That's racist.
So does that mean white people aren't being violent? Because I thought that white people were being violent too.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Here's the difference, though, too, that we all need to acknowledge. With white people, most of them, and of course, when you add substances, it changes. You guys can let me know if you think I'm way off base. This is a generalization. Not all. Usually, if a white guy is out of line, like you kind of saw with Justin Timberlake, they go like, all right, you got me. Once the authorities come in, they, because they have shame, they want to save themselves the embarrassment, especially if they have family members, if someone is out of line. Usually there's a way, because we sort of have a verbal, an unwritten agreement of, all right, now this has escalated and we're not going to deal with this anymore. I guarantee you far more often when Ruth Chris turns away a white guy or white lady because their clothes are too revealing, or they're wearing a sleeveless shirt, I guarantee you far more often they might go like, oh, yeah, well, okay, fine, I don't want to eat here anyway, but they leave. It's not a mob attack.
No.
I've been asked to leave a nightclub when I was younger.
So was I.
I was wearing a hat. They said I couldn't wear my hat in there, and I had just recently got a really bad military haircut, and so I said, well, I am not doing that, so goodbye.
Yeah. Great. Mine was blue jeans. I had blue jeans on, and they were like, we don't like, no denim. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
No big deal. I mean, listen, these restaurants have the ability to do that. I don't know if you understand what fine dining is, like something beyond just like the regular. I'm like giant swath of fine dining. It's an experience. It's not just the food.
No, it's just some duck or something.
No, it's not. It's going to a nice place where you know it's going to be, the noise level's not going to be crazy. People aren't going to be yelling, but it's not going to be super quiet and stiff. It's going to be good food and really good service. And maybe it's a special night out for an anniversary. And I don't want to have to worry about the World Star incident happening on the table next to me because I'm spending a lot of money. And maybe it's the one time a year that I get to do that.
Yeah.
And you are just so selfish that you think everything is about you and everybody wants to hear what you have to say. That's just not true in life. And so they're saying, hey, if you're going to show like a disrespect for yourself, then we don't want you in here doing it.
They did the same thing with Rudy Giuliani, right? The broken windows theory. He said, no subways, leave. No subways go back out with any graffiti on them.
Not at all.
Because if people see their stuff clean, if people see order, they will want to maintain it because they benefit from it. And people said that was racist. And they'll say, oh, the shakedowns and the frisk. Sure, but they thought that simply cleaning everything up was also racist.
Right.
And this is the problem, right? If you leave, it's white flight. And if you stay, it's gentrification. Same thing would happen with Carnival Cruise Lines. If white people just said, everyone other than the hood rat, according to that lady, right? That hood, they come, these hood people still gonna be hood. If everyone but them said, we're not going to go, they would be upset and say, oh, so these people are racist. Well, it's a no-win proposition. So how about this? It's really simple. Act decently, and in most cases, you'll get the occasional racist. I guarantee you. I guarantee you if you act decently, you will mostly be treated decently. Someone who's watching who's from one of these videos, or maybe some of these rules apply to you. Look, take this challenge. Use headphones instead of Bluetooth speakers. Don't smell like weed. Don't yell, scream, be inconsiderate, dress like a prostitute, and expect to have your way. Just don't do any of those things. I'm willing to bet you'll encounter a whole lot less racism. Come back to me. Let me know how it works out. Hey, do you like what you saw? I don't know how because it's on YouTube and we have to cut all the good parts out. So you should tune in live weekdays at 11 a.m. Eastern on Rumble. We can still speak freely and even use words like sex and get and whoa. You've been here this whole time?
Yeah. Snuck in.